Nimesh is joining us now with what he's picking up in terms of what's happening in dealing groups. Nimesh, over to you.
Hi, Prashant. So the roller coaster continues. Extremely, we've pulled back very sharply, but from an extremely oversold level. So a lot of leverage was out of the system yesterday. A lot of margin calls got triggered. A lot of brokers sold out retail and HNI positions as well. So the market started on a lighter note, and despite selling from the larger institutions, there has been a pullback across the board. The institutional number may look very different today, but the way to read would be, even if it's a buy number, there is a lot of churn within the portfolio as well. So what I understand, there has been an aggressive selling in the PSU names, the defense names from the domestic mutual funds, and they're shifting the money to the defensives like what we saw in the consumer names. So all the consumer stocks are doing good today. A bit of buying is shifted back to the private bank stocks and some housing finance companies as well. So that's been the key trade. The big shift from the larger FIs and domestic mutual funds away from PSUs to this kind of name. So that's something to track going forward. I guess again all eyes will be on the swearing in the new cabinet as well. And of course the big talking point now is what happens as far as the budget is concerned. I spoke to some larger HNIs who were part of a meeting yesterday, and the overall feedback seems to be there is going to be some uncertainty. So there is no rush for them to go and buy. But I guess today's pullback is largely on back of extremely oversold levels. So that's the kind of reading that I've picked up, that they're buying, the DIs are buying, but they're buying, shifting from the PSUs and defense names to the consumer names.
All right, Nimesh, what about individual stocks? What are you picking up?
So, Nigel, as I said, there is selling in the defense names. So the first couple of stocks are BEL and CONCOR. Well, the stocks have sharply recovered from the day's low. But from a flow perspective, I understand there are very strong sell flows from the domestic mutual fund. So the data, I mean, especially the delivery stats, could be quite interesting there. The second name is HUL. We've been talking about the entire consumer names, but Lever stands out largely on back of strong buying. So after a 5% move yesterday, another 4-5% move, and that's backed by FI buying. And coincidentally, there was a Jeffries upgrade as well today. That has also helped the sentiment as far as Lever is concerned. The third name is Aditya Birla AMC. It's kind of a forgotten stock, not many track as well. But I understand, the HNI interest seems to be back. Some larger HNIs have started buying in the last couple of days, and that's the reason why in last 2 days the stock is up almost 20%. And the last is Castrol. Again, not a big mover in today's market, but I understand there is small buying at a leading FI desk in Castrol, and that's the reason why even that is buzzing 4% in today's market.
Nimesh, thank you very much for that interesting list as always. Need to get into a very short break. We'll come back.